Did you know the man behind Australia's iconic wildlife legacy is now making millions for a TV show? Robert Irwin, the legendary wildlife advocate, has been revealed to command a staggering paycheck for his appearance on the U.S. version of Dancing with the Stars. This isn't just a shock for fans of the show. It's a fascinating glimpse into the world of high-profile entertainment and the financial realities of fame. Robert, a household name in Australia, has long been celebrated for his passion for conservation, but now his presence on the global stage is paying off handsomely. Reports suggest he earns a base salary of $188,000, $125,000 for the first 2 weeks of the show, a figure confirmed by Variety. However, some outlets speculate the total could climb to as high as $447,000, $129,000 to $606,000, $400,000, depending on how long he stays on the show. While the final numbers remain unconfirmed, the pay structure clearly hinges on the number of weeks he spends on the program. This raises an interesting question. How does this compare to the financial struggles of Robert's father, Steve Irwin? After Steve's tragic death in 2006, killed by a stingray while filming in the Great Barrier Reef, the family faced unimaginable challenges. Steve, a conservationist and adventurer, had left his wife Terry with a life insurance policy worth only $200,000, while reinvesting all his earnings into wildlife preservation. Terry, who was just 42 at the time, had to manage Australia Zoo alone while raising their children, Bindi and Robert, who were 8 and 2 years old, respectively. Terry recently reflected on the small sum Steve left behind. She told the Australian Financial Review that it didn't even cover half of 1 week's payroll at Australia Zoo. Yet, she expressed gratitude for Steve's ironclad will, which protected the family from potential claims by distant relatives. This story underscores the delicate balance between legacy and financial security. Robert and Bindi, who won the U.S. version of Dancing with the Stars in 2015, have since followed in their father's footsteps, using their platforms to champion wildlife conservation. Robert has spoken openly about how his father's memory influences his life. "When I see a picture of my dad or footage, I actually love having his presence around," he shared in a recent podcast. "Living in Australia Zoo, he's everywhere. Images, videos, sounds. He's still a part of every day for me." But here's where it gets controversial. Does Robert's high salary reflect the true value of his work, or does it overshadow the sacrifices made by his family? And this is the part most people miss. How a man who once risked his life for wildlife now earns millions for a reality show. Do you think his pay is fair, or does it highlight the stark contrast between his father's legacy and his own financial success? Share your thoughts in the comments below.